Hey, what is up, gamesters? It's me, the one and only Smokey, and this is part number 5 of my career mode. In this one, I pretty much, I have a match. Which I really destroy him. I don't know, but it just seems like it's a lot easier than when I first went through the career mode with John Fitch in the roster career. But anyways, how's everybody doing? I hope everything is going well with you guys. It definitely got hot down here. It definitely got hot really fast, and summer pretty much came pretty early, and it's pretty nuts. I mean, not to get off topic, but but this weather has been so crazy. I mean, we've only had one snowstorm in October. I remember this was before Halloween, and it was crazy how this storm just came out of nowhere and just hit us. It wasn't that much snow either. It was maybe 4 inches, maybe 5 inches of snow, but the whole thing was it was real heavy wet snow, and it actually did a lot of damage to us. There was power lines all over the streets. And trees were falling. Thank God it didn't fall in my car, because when I was driving the next day, I was seeing cars like smashed up by trees. Man, it was really crazy. But yeah, this winter has been amazing. I hope the winters keep like this, but I know when actually summer comes here in June, I'm probably going to be regretting it, because there's going to be a shitload of bugs. There's going to be 20 times more bugs this season, because there hasn't been much snow to kill off a lot of the bugs and mosquitoes. So, I mean, but we'll see. So anyways, wanted to talk, like I always talk about, MMA news and what's going on. And a couple days ago, I found out some new fights that are going to happen. Very excited about it. I don't know if you guys are, or if you even know, these fights that are going to happen. But one fight that is awesome, which I'm actually happy, because Gray Maynard hasn't fought in a long time. Ever since he lost to Frankie Edgar. He's been very low key. You haven't heard from him. I mean, he just hasn't said anything. I don't know what's going on, but finally, there is a fight that was confirmed, and it's going to be Gray Maynard versus Clay Guida. This fight could be interesting. I mean, it's very two strong wrestlers. The only thing about these two guys is Gray Maynard has better stand-up. He has power in his hands, but the only thing that Gray Maynard doesn't have is an iron chin, which Clay Guida, I mean, no one has put this guy away. I mean, only Roger Huerta submitted him once, and that's it. So, we're gonna see what happens. I mean, not even Anthony Pettis could do anything to Guida. Guida is like this crazy juggernaut guy. A really good wrestler. He has really good submission defense. I mean, he just slips out of anything. So it's going to be an interesting match. I mean, I'm thinking it's going to be a stand-up war. I mean, I'm thinking maybe Guida is going to try to tire out Gray, and in the third round maybe try to take him down and try to do some pounding and win by decision. But I'm not really too sure. I know Gray is probably he's a little bit demoralized, because his first stoppage and whatnot, which is it was a very bad one. I mean, Edgar caught him, although I really still think the ref should have let it go, but it just didn't happen. So I'm sure Gray Maynard's gonna want to come back, and he wants to prove himself, and he wants to prove that he's still a #1 contender. So I'm hoping. Gray Maynard's one of my favorite fighters, so we'll see what happens with that bout. And another bout that's going to happen is Kung Lee versus Michael the Count Bisping, which it's a nice little match. I really like Kung Lee. He's a pretty cool guy, and he has really awesome spinning kicks. I mean, he's a really good Taekwondo guy. So let's see what happens. We'll see if Bisping is able to withstand that, because I know Vanderlei almost lost that match with Kung Lee. So sorry if there's any loud. I live here in the city, so and it's summer out, and all these guys with their bikes are roaming the streets, and all these loud little rice burner Hondas. So sorry for all the loud commotion that happened there. So, but anyways, yeah, Kung Lee and Bisping, that's a little interesting fight, and also figured out for UFC 149, Jose Aldo is going to defend his title, but they're not too sure who it's going to be. They're thinking maybe the Korean Zombie versus Dustin Poirier, or Poirier. I can't even pronounce his last name, but that fight might be for the #1 contender, but they're not too sure. There's other featherweight fights coming, so probably in the next month we will see who is going to fight Jose Aldo. So that's kind of interesting. And there's a couple other things. George St. Pierre is his recovery is very strong, and they're thinking maybe by November he'll be able to fight Carlos Condit, which I still would love to see the rematch between Nick Diaz and Carlos Condit. Hope that happens, but we really don't know, and we have to see what happens with his hearing, so which is here in April, which is coming up. So liking that. But another fight also that's been posted, and it's going to be on the Ultimate Fighter finale, which is going to be awesome. Is Jake Ellenberger versus Martin Kampmann. I am very intrigued with this fight. It's a really good fight, and I think this is going to be a good matchup for both fighters. Either way, Ellenberger, he's been fighting some guys that they're good. I mean, Diego Sanchez could have had him if it was a 5-round fight. So, but I'm thinking, I don't know if Martin Kampmann, because Martin Kampmann's good. He's got really crisp, technical, kickboxing. So, I mean, Ellenberger might have some problems. And on top of that, Ellenberger might try to take this to the ground. And Martin Kampmann is good off of his back. I mean, Martin Kampmann's ground game is good. It's solid. I mean, people aren't really seeing that. Martin Kampmann is really well-rounded. Although his last couple fights haven't been too great, he's been getting beat up. But, with that win over Thiago Alves, I'm sure it boosted his confidence a little more. And hopefully he comes out more sharp and crisp like before, man. I mean, I really like Martin Kampmann as well. He's a really good, solid fighter. So I would definitely, I can't wait to see that fight. That should be a doozy, as they say. But what else? I did talk about this before, but the Thiago Silva, Alexander Gustafsson fight. Gustafsson, he made a bold statement. He's looking to KO. He's calling Thiago Silva disrespectful, which I could understand, because he pretty much took steroids. So but I mean, Thiago Silva did pay his dues. He didn't fight for a year and a half. So I mean, who knows what? I mean, I understand he cheated, and he cheated bad, but we'll just have to see, you know. I mean, Thiago Silva coming back from a year and a half, you know, that's never good. So, I mean, he can come in there rusty, and because he used steroids, you know, he might be, you know, still a little shit. His body might not be too good still, but we'll see. I mean, I'm definitely predicting Gustafsson to win that match. So, anyways, let's see. Oh, I got a little bit more time. There was some other matches as well that I'm trying to look for them here. Couple welterweight bouts were added to UFC on Fox or UFC on FX4 card in June. It is going to be, and that's the card where Clay Guida and Gray Maynard are gonna battle. So the other fights will be Dan Miller is going to be facing Ricardo Funch, and also Paul Harris will be fighting whatchamacallit, well, no, actually, no, not Paul Harris. Paul Harris is going to be fighting in the Nick Diaz-Jim Miller fight. Paul Harris is going to be fighting Alan Belcher. I'm kind of intrigued in that fight. I mean, Paul Harris is a beast, and he's just short, stocky, big, strong guy, and his jiu-jitsu is just crazy good. And, you know, he needs to work on his stand-up a little bit, but, you know, you never know. And also, let's see, but I don't know. I mean, and also, I know Joe Rogan was I really like Joe Rogan. I'm a fan of Joe Rogan, but I was also I saw that the Fox producers were like telling him to, you know, tone down his commentary a little bit, which I don't really understand why. I mean, this is MMA. This is not baseball or football or any of those sports. This is a combat sport. And I mean, us fans love the way Joe Rogan commentates. I mean, you can just hear his excitement, and I mean, it's real. It's not fake stuff here. And I mean, and Rogan is kind of, you know, he's a little ticked off, but I mean, which I can, anybody could definitely understand. I mean, Rogan's been doing this for a very long time now, folks, and I mean, for someone to now be like in his ear saying, "Oh, tone down," because, you know, I mean, come on. I mean, Fox should, I mean, I understand Fox is a huge production company, but come on. I mean, these guys have been doing this for a very long time, and the fans love it, and I'm sure new fans are gonna really get into MMA because how it's commentated, the way, you know, Rogan and Goldie, I mean, those guys just go back and forth, and both of them just bring this amazing, good and exciting environment. And, you know, I don't understand why, you know, they want to start ruining this stuff. It's pretty crazy, but I hope you know, Dana and the Fertitta brothers can sit down with Fox and, you know, talk to him. And, you know, I mean, I could understand if Rogan's sitting there cussing and, you know, "Oh, you motherfucker," like, no, but he's not. So, I mean, he's just excited and he screams sometimes. I mean, yeah, that's how I get when I'm watching the fights. So, I mean, I really don't understand. I mean, that's how I'm screaming, yelling at the TV. I mean, you know, me and my cousins were talking, and, you know, it's all in good fun, man. I mean, this is entertainment, so they just need to understand that this is not no little sport where, you know, you don't have to like baseball, where, you know, there'll be a couple, and I'm a baseball fan, so, you know, where it's baseball, where, you know, there's a couple innings where not much happens, and, you know, it's like, and then, you know, there's a home run, and then they get excited a little bit, and oh, and the home run is gone. But come on, Come on, this is not. This is a different sport. So I hope they can come to terms and understand and back off from Rogan. I mean, come on, that is very, very dumb. But yeah, I mean, also I hear Brian Emersol is calling out Josh Koscheck, bad names and whatnot, and I'm guessing Embersol, but I don't know. I think it's pretty crazy, but you just never know. But anyways, guys, I'm running out of time. I have to get up early to work, which is messing up my schedule, but it's okay. Tomorrow's Friday. Probably watch another the Ultimate Fighter episode and whatnot, but I will see you guys at part 6 and talk to you later. Game on, and stay tuned for more MMA news and more MMA stuff. I probably will start doing some live commentaries while I play UFC, so stay tuned. This is Smokey, and I am signing out. Peace.